Lastly, I want to say to this new flex operation mocking pastor, regarding which, by the way, the first time they went after Tucker Carlson and Candace Owens, a source told me, and I would love to get this confirmed, I'm going to find this out, that $150 million was spent on that, and it came from Bibi Netanyahu. Just make the last step, okay? You are, I said specifically, you're too smart to be a Protestant. Just take the last step, Charlie. And he says, haha, eek. Or did she ask to be a part of the program? Why would I ask to be a part? This is obviously Erica is in full control. Erica is in full control. I would hope she's in full control, but I don't know because I'm hearing some stories about donors that are pushing things. But so why don't you focus on being more honest as a pastor and giving as much information as you can possibly provide so that we can continue this investigation? If you can't do this, I'm going to have to ask for your silence. Okay? Be quiet. I mean that. No one, and I mean absolutely no one, outside of my husband and Erica Kirk has the power to shut me up right now. That's it.
A few moments later.
Nobody is going to stop me from investigating what happened to Charlie Kirk.
Well, it's official. I have come to the road that makes me know that Candace has a cult, and they will worship the ground she walks on. It doesn't matter what she says. In my last video, I mentioned this briefly, but it was shocking to me how many people were defending it, and they had more points. And it's the same thing with the other video where I was talking about her filing a dismissal, even though she had sworn she would not. And then she mentions a BBC article that actually mentions her dismissal, which she has filed, but she makes sure not to interpret that article properly. She says the Macron says they have provided scientific evidence. Meanwhile, the article says they are planning to. Also, she ignores and pretends not to notice the fact that the article mentions her dismissal, which she had sworn that she will not dismiss this case. Now, when she changes her mind, she doesn't come back to fix it. But then you know what? Her fans will worship anything she says. Candace thinks that she is the moral status or the moral qualification on which everyone's religion should be judged. She had the effrontery to say that she had told her friend Charlie Kirk that he is too smart to be Protestant.
Just make the last step, okay? You are, I said specifically, you're too smart to be a Protestant. Just take the last step, Charlie. He says, ha ha.
And all her Protestant, or most, because some of them are really not happy with this, most of her Protestant followers are still there worshiping and kissing the ground she walks on. She just literally called you all dumb, stupid, or which other word you would say is the opposite of smart. She's called you slow, dumb, stupid, or the opposite of smart that you know. But it is not smart. Because to her, her moral compass of being a Christian is being Catholic right now. Because before it was not that. Now it's being Catholic. And the thing is, her Christianity comes really at strategic instances. She voices her Christian views at strategic instances. At instances where I wish to see that come out, I don't see it. At instances where she's facing opposition with someone. At instances where someone has a contrary views to her. That is when she's supposed to show that Christian woman in her. That baptized Christian woman that was soaked in the Catholicism of her husband's theology. No, she doesn't come out at that moment. At that moment, the Christianity in her is hidden. The only thing that you see come out is vengefulness, is anger, temper, ego. That's all you see come out. When Candace launched her first video, crying, my dear friend Charlie, I said, well, she has a right to mourn. It doesn't matter whether their friendship has been close, no matter how close it has been or how loose it has been. It is a nice and human thing for her to do, to pay her last respects to her friend. Then she picked this up. The next video, she started dipping in little by little. She told Charlie Kirk he's too smart to be Protestant. Charlie Kirk was on a spiritual journey. Charlie Kirk was a Christian. Then the next minute you say you wanted him to turn to Catholicism. At this point, Candace, even Charlie Kirk's pastor, who was probably with him, because I saw a video where he was talking about when he was in the way he had, though his wife, Erica Kirk, asked him to bring a chain that has a cross on it, which Charlie always wore. And he went and took it and gave someone else to hand it over to Erica Kirk, because that is something that it comforts her. And then the pastor was there to comfort her. And that same pastor comes out and says, look, Candace, the man was so nice. He wasn't disrespectful, to say the least. He was very respectful to Candace, spoke to her in a way that anybody with 2 brain cells who is not as prideful as Candace will be, would have taken that differently. This is what the man said. Charlie Kirk was my friend and I was his pastor. I want to simply say this regarding Candace Owens. Charlie Kirk was a friend to Candace and never publicly spoke poorly of her, though he disagreed with her. He never operated nor entertained gossip and innuendos concerning Candace. My only comment I offer regarding Candace is this. I only wish at this tragic time of mourning she could be a friend to Charlie that he was to her. He would never have treated Candace and her family in such a way had, God forbid, this tragic tragedy had been hers. A friend loves at all times. Proverbs 17:17. That is what the man said. But do you know what Candace came out and said to this pastor? Candace spoke to this man as if she just heard that he killed God, this is disgusting.
And I mean business. I'm getting to the bottom of this. And lastly, I want to say to this new flex operation mocking pastor, regarding which, by the way, the first time they went after Tucker Carlson and Candace Owens, a source told me, and I would love to get this confirmed, I'm going to find this out, that $150 million was spent on that, and it came from Bibi Netanyahu.
Now, listen to this. This is Charlie Kirk's pastor, your friend's pastor, who you have desecrated, first of all, by trying to mess up what his religious beliefs were. You claim that Israel is trying to mess up what his religious beliefs were, and you sit on your podcast and you do the same damn thing. You are messing up Protestant. He was trying to be Catholic. You told him that is so messy, Candace. Then this pastor of his comes out and tells you he didn't insult you. He didn't say anything bad. The man just simply told you, in this moment of mourning, please offer this man and his family the same respect he would have offered you by sitting just quiet. Let them just mourn this man. I don't know how Erica Kirk is handling this. I don't know how a wife will be taking, every day, the woman who claimed to have been the friend of your husband is on a podcast doing these ridiculous things. You say you're investigating Charlie Kirk's death, but all she's doing is stirring up things, dragging people in. Just wait. In no time, you hear her still diss Erica Kirk. Just wait. She keeps dipping her toes and she goes deeper and deeper every day. By the day, she gets worse. I mean, I don't understand it. This is not humanly fair, Candace. It is so wrong of you to do this.
I would like to figure out if that's true.
She says that there was a campaign when pastors were talking against her that 150 million was offered to those pastors and the people talking against her, and the money came from Bibi Netanyahu. What is she implying here? She is implying that this pastor, Charlie Kirk's pastor, is being paid by Bibi Netanyahu. That's what she's implying. But let someone with sense not interpret this. Candace will come the next minute and tell you that she didn't say that. She did not say that. That's what she keeps doing. She will imply stuff, no proof, no evidence. Then when you call her on it, she jumps out of it and says, no, I didn't say that. She keeps doing this a lot. She is hereby implying that Charlie Kirk's pastor was one of the pastors that were paid the 150 million that was used to campaign against her and Tucker Carlson. That's exactly what she's saying here. But you know what? Let it not come to hold her the next minute. She will say she did not say it. It's the same way she implied a few days ago that, Charlie Kirk was called to the Hamptons. They threatened him, that. She has not offered one shred of evidence to that. The people who were there, she called them out to come and speak. They have come out, proven even text messages. They have published text messages. Bill Ackman has published text messages, spoken on his Twitter, a long page. God, that was like a book to read. But at the end of it, he said, I did not do this. But to Candace, it's not enough evidence. But she says she has evidence contrary to it. Mama, release it now. We will not see the evidence. I mean, you come and imply things. You don't have any proof to it. Then when they hold you on it, you jump out of it and say you didn't say it. God, it's disgusting.
But anyways, obviously investigating this, and I'm not going to let it go, okay? You're not going to emotionally use some jujitsu, and I'm referring here to Roy or Rob McCoy, who says, I'm Charlie's pastor, and here's the truth, or whatever it is, to look the other way right now, okay? You're not going to tell me that I have to feel too bad to investigate who shot my friend in front of my face.
Candace, I don't think that you feel worse than Charlie Kirk's wife right now. Let's be honest. I don't think you do. She has a podcast too. She is the current CEO. She has been made current CEO of Turning Point USA. And I'll come to that because Candace was threatening whoever would slide into Charlie's throne. I hope that threat did not extend to his wife if he's the one who takes over the chair. Because she said the person will make an enemy of her. Let's hope that that did not include Charlie's wife, because from what I'm smelling, I can smell her cooking it. She will soon turn on Charlie's wife. Just wait and see. She will soon turn on him. They're using emotional blackmail. Charlie Kirk's wife can also go on her podcast and start talking. But right now, that woman is mourning. Candace, the least you can do is offer her the grace to mourn in peace. Yesterday on her show, I was so disgusted to watch her say that she contacted someone who had video image of a close-up video image of how when Charlie Kirk was in that manner, that she is encouraging him to publish the video. The guy said, I can't. I have to talk to the CEO, talk to board and something like that before I can release. She said, no. Technically, he owns the footage. So he can just divulge it to her. Yes. And she ended by saying she is still going to be pushing him so she can have more footage to show how this man is terribly dealt with like that. She had the chance. The guy gave her the chance to watch this video. What was the reason for her watching this video? To see that, okay, maybe there was something there. She watched the video, and she told us that, there was not a lot of blood. She didn't see blood. She saw the angles. She saw everything she needed to see. Now, she should have come to us with, this is what I saw and this is what I think is happening, right? No, she just came and told us about it and then told us that she's still pushing the guy to release, which means it doesn't matter. The day they still release that video, Candace always will ask for his corpse to be shown publicly so she can examine it. Candace always will ask to do an autopsy by herself. She will ask, God, when does she stop?